Welcome back, everyone. We're on our way to show you a few things that I purchased while you guys were away. Fed the animals, moved up into the afternoon a little bit because I've been working. As you can see, we bought a tractor. We went out and we bought ourselves a nice Fiat. I guess it's called the Fiat Gree 180, 190. As you can see, she's been out here in the field. She's been plowing right along. And bought a subsoiler, and it's not the biggest subsoiler. It's only 6 meters, and it's probably about 18, 24 inches deep. It's not the biggest, greatest, deepest one. But what I did is, living in the city, I learned a few tricks of the trade, shall we say. I learned how to wire up some stuff. So what I did is I went out and I bought the Starfire system, which, as you modern farmers would know, is known as GPS. And I wired her up, and I put her in this thing. So we're going to get, let me get my drone out. I'm only going to use the drone just a little bit, just as long as the battery holds up long enough in it. She's been running low lately, so there may be a few times that I don't have a drone, guys, just to let you know. As you can see, she sounds pretty good. Just crazy. But let me get this set up, and then I want to mention a few things to you guys. I'm gonna 1 second here. It's weird because the pause that I'm having is I'm using a thing called Sim Dashboard. It's basically a app that you can download to Androids. It doesn't work on iPhones or iPads, or it's not an Apple product. And unfortunately for us Apple users, and I'm one personally, it doesn't work. So I had to go out and I had to buy a tablet for it. But a fellow YouTuber, a friend of mine, the Farm Sim guy, so make sure you check out his videos as well. He designed this app for Farm Sim on the Sim Dashboard. And it's set up, you can use your GPS, you can connect implements, you can do everything that you can do with a controller. But it's set up for, like, on a John Deere tractor, it would be, on a screen right here. And, you push the buttons and you do the things. And it has a raise, lower, GPS guidance. It has 3 different screens that come with it. And it's just, it's level of realism. And so, that's breaking character a little bit, and I'm going to, probably this whole episode, I'm going to continue to break character, because there's a few things I want to mention for myself. But let me get this GPS set up so that I can, I don't understand why there it is. This tractor, the doors and stuff open, but this tractor and this implement, I will say I'm free to release because it's on the Mod Hub. The Lizard Subsoiler is put out by Black Sheep Modding. I'm not quite sure who the tractor's put out by, but they're both on the in-game Mod Hub or the in-game website, the normal website or the in-game Mod Hub, one of the two. You can just download them directly to your PC or your PS4. I think they're both for all platforms. It's a little hard because I play on PC, and the reason I chose to play on PC is because of the mods. And that's why I wanted to break character a little bit and talk a little bit more about what's going on and what's happening. And that's what the pause sometimes you hear when I'm talking is I'm reaching. The screen is set up away from my steering wheel, so I have to reach over and push it. But see, I can lower and raise the implement with this app. I can use GPS with it, which is what we're going to do here. I'll go to the other screen. It has 2 different GPS screens, and you have to get the right one. Just turn it on. I always go auto width, and then I go 1 notch lower, which is 0.3 whatever tenths, just because there's a little overlap, just so that it makes sure it hits everything. I turn on, and you have to enable guidance steering, turn on the lines, and then you hit back. Now you've got to create a line. So then down at the bottom of the Sim dashboard is you're going to turn your set AB line on, and as you can see, it makes the little A. Now I'm going to drive forward. Now this also has a cruise control setup. And I'm going to set it up at 6 miles an hour just because I have to be a little more realistic about it. Now, because I have the HUD off, you don't see the lines. You would normally see the lines, but I wanted to play a little more realistic without the lines on, so we're going to do that. And then I just hit my cruise control, and she plows away. Now I'm free. I'm hands-free. I don't have to do anything till the end of the field. You can set it up where you can create fields and things. I can go on and on about this thing, but just check it out. If you have any questions, the Farm Sim guy, he's on YouTube. He's on Twitch. Check him out. He's the one that designed the pages for Sim Dashboard, and he's the one that knows everything about it. He's the one that gave it to me, hooked me up with it, walked me through it, taught me how to do it, and I told him that I would give him a shout out in this video. But I wanted to also break character a little bit because I'm becoming a little more frustrated with what's going on, because I'm still new to this whole streaming thing. I'm still new to this whole doing things the way YouTube wants me to do. And Farming Simulator, the nice thing about it is it's really kind of low. It's really kind of a low polygraphic game. They more set it up where they've pushed lately the console versions, and that's great. Hey, we all play. I even play on them once in a while. When grandkids and things come over, I play on the PlayStation. It's easier. It's a hook and go. And I just think that they forget about us PC players. But what I'm having a frustration level with is I play in ultra-high graphic definitions. And maybe next video I'll show you guys my settings. It's max. Everything's max completely out. And when I record, and I record in 1980p because I have a 165 hertz monitor, a pretty decent, powerful computer, and it's frustrating to me because then YouTube posts them back up at 1080p, and I'm watching the videos back, and I'm getting more and more and more frustrated because I'm like, okay, why is that so blurry? Why is it so, I don't understand, because in my screen, I'm seeing, everything. I mean, everything is beautiful. And then I watch it back on YouTube, or I watch them back on Facebook, and I think, wow, why is that so blurry? And it's frustrating. So then you start thinking, well, maybe it's OBS. So then you start asking around, and you start asking, get questions. But what's happening, I'm finding out, is a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people that are setting their own videos up are super quiet about it. They're super hush-hush. Nobody wants to help. In the Farm Sim world, everybody wants to help out with with mods, and everybody's super helpful and super nice. But as soon as you start getting into the aspect of YouTubing and video quality, there's nobody. I mean, I can go on YouTube and I can get a video downloaded of somebody who's played Farm Sim, but that's their settings and that's their computer. Nobody ever has any answers on how they get the high quality definitions. And so it's bothering me because, like I said, I'm recording in 1980p, and sometimes 4K. And when you go to YouTube, it's like, what? So that's just a level of frustration I'm probably going to have to deal with until I stumble on it. And, eventually I will stumble on it, and I'll figure it out, and then my videos will look like those professional guys that are out there. And some of them are very nice, but nobody ever talks about it. It's kind of like, yep, well, this is what I do, and this is what I do, and I'm like, okay, well, the only thing that I've left up on the screen, I've turned the HUD off, but as you can see, Giants has locked the FPS at 60. And I'm getting 60, 61. It's not moving, as you can see. I don't get spikes. I don't get drags. So my computer's pretty powerful. And I've spent a lot of money on it, and I'm frustrated about how I can't. The only thing I can come to is it's got to be a OBS setting or something. And I will stumble on it, and I will get it. So just bear with me if you're watching the videos back and you see a little blurriness. Trust me, I can promise you without a shadow of a doubt, it's not my computer. It's a setting. It's something I've done wrong. I don't think it's YouTube because some of the other big ones are getting fantastic qualities, big YouTubers, and they're not having the same issue I am. So it's definitely an issue that I'm going to have to work through, and I'll have to figure it out. But I'm going to try to keep my content fresh. I've decided that I'm going to change it up. I'm still going to follow my promises that I've promised everybody in video 1, where I'm going to keep everything exactly 1x speed, 24-day seasons. But I'm going to play a lot more off camera so that I can keep my videos a little bit shorter. I'm noticing that people, talking to a couple of friends of mine on Facebook, who are also fellow modders, by the way, and I will be doing some reviews on some of their stuff in the next couple of days. I've noticed that, and they've given me feedback, that 30-minute videos, 35-minute videos of Farm Sim is just too much. People get tired of it. They don't want to see it. They don't want to play the game, So, and I feel the same way. When I go on YouTube, I don't want to watch an hour video. I want to see what I'm looking up. Most of the time I go on YouTube to find something. Oh, well, how do you do this and how do you do that? Well, you YouTube it or you Google it. One of the two. Everybody does it. And so I'm trying to react to the community's response to shorten my videos up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'll play a lot more off camera because I don't think... I mean, I could very easily time-lapse it, but I don't want to do that in the sense of I want you guys to experience it. I want you to feel like that you're with me on this journey at the same time. My original goal was to just do, the videos that I needed to do and stay in 1X and stay what I needed to do, but I realize now that that's not that's not how it works. So if you want longer videos, let me know. I'll sit and I'll record all day long. I don't care about that. But for right now, I'm going to try to keep them, right around the 10 to 15, 16 minute, 17 minute maybe mark instead of the 30-minute mark. But I figured I'd take this first video back and go out of character a little bit and explain to you some of the things that were bothering me as far as video quality and things like that. I'm glad that my expensive mic is working pretty good. I'm happy with that. But I wanted to, let you know that I was going to keep the HUD up and everything, and then I thought, well, it's getting in my way because when I normally play, this is how I play. I play in cab. I play this. It never comes out. I have a mod that's called in cab view, and you jump in and it stays in this view. So, but I realized that that's not very YouTube friendly. This is what people want to see. They want to see your progress. They want to see what you've done. They want to see how you're making things go ahead and move, and so that's where I'm at. That's why I decided to do the whole drone thing in the act like I bought a drone and things like that, because that makes a little more sense. But I will keep the HUD off, but I will keep you guys posted. And maybe every once in a while I will turn it on so you guys can see what's, the realism of them, that I'm not just telling you what day of the week it is. We're still in day 1, but I mean, I don't want to have 3, 4, 5, 6 videos for one day. That's not very realistic as far as for you guys to expect you to watch 24 videos for one day. As much as it would be easy for me just to film 30 minutes and move on, and film another 30 minutes and move on, I realize that everybody has a life, and they don't want to spend 24 hours a day watching Jim's videos. It just doesn't work that way. But other than that, I mean, as you can see, what I've decided to do is, like I told you in the last video, and I'll go back in character just to let you know. I just had to break character for a little bit and talk about some things. But I was going to leave the HUD up like I explained, because in my household, there's many people that are using the internet, and many people are, there's a couple of us that are YouTubers, so we have to share, even though we have an expensive internet, we have to share the internet at times where we both can't be uploading. And, then you throw family members in watching TVs, grandkids, things, and I don't want all this crazy noise in the background when I'm trying to film my videos. So I try to keep it, it's, as you noticed by my last 2 videos, for me, it's, 11:30 at night. when I'm filming this. Everybody's gone to bed, and I'm just sitting here filming. And that I wanted it for you guys to see the realism of it. I wanted you to see what, not every YouTuber is filming at 8 o'clock in the morning. Not every YouTuber is filming at the precise time that you watch the video. They're filming all kinds of times. A buddy of mine, Raznek, he's come back and said several times that he purposely has to film at night sometimes because his wife works. He works all day long. Every person on the planet, like I said yesterday's video, is working. We all got stuff to do outside of YouTube, but I want you guys to come and escape in the videos with me and just, not think about what's going on in everybody's lives. Just think about Farm Sim for a while, or think about gaming. And that's why I decided to change my channel name, because I want to play Farm Sim videos. It's my favorite. It'll always be my favorite. But I also wanted to do other games too. I wanted to start up with other games and do some different aspects of gaming, as not just Farm Sim. So that's why I changed the name of the channel. But like I said, I've got a little stopwatch going, so I'm gonna end this video here. Or probably about 30 seconds. I'll jump out. Let me switch back screens here and shut my engine off for the next 30 seconds here, or whatever. She's a nice tractor, but I'll go back in character next video. I just wanted to let you guys know that, the quality of the videos are a work in progress. There's something I'm going to have to stumble on. But what I see here is 1980p. What I'm recording in is 1980p, sometimes 4K. And what I'm getting back from YouTube is 1080p or 720p. I did learn that you had to upload twice to YouTube to get the high definition, but it's still only 1080p. But all right, guys, I'm going to end that. It's about a 17-minute video. We'll be back in character tomorrow. As you can see what I'm planning on doing here. Still going strong. You guys have a wonderful day. Look out for each other. Look out for yourselves. And in this crazy, crazy time we live in, take care and be safe, everyone. Have a wonderful evening, and see you on the flip side.